He's one of those musicians that is, I am a musician. That's what I am. And he's from the church. You know, his mama is a pastor and he plays at church, you know, and he's just a musician. This is what I do. If I put out an album, cool, you know, but this is just what he does, you know, and he's not big fan of rushing anything, as you know. So
2025 needs to just pack it up already. It's like every other week another legend is gone. And now D'Angelo too? His family claims he'd been secretly battling cancer this whole time. But Erykah Badu isn't buying that story for a second. She's calling it spiritual foul play, saying what happened to D'Angelo was no ordinary illness. It was a spiritual attack. Now, if there's one thing we know about Erykah, it's that she's deep into all things energy, frequency, and spiritual warfare. So when she starts throwing up red flags about dark forces, people listen. And what's wild is this isn't just her guessing.
Much money they have taken from me, how much they have stolen from me, monies that I'm supposed to be. I should have been able to retire 20 years ago with the money I've made, supposedly. But there are key people that have been driving the ships. And what they've been doing is improperly representing me, improperly stealing from me, taking things in their own hand, changing and switching lanes because they knew I didn't know that part.
Word in the industry is that D'Angelo actually told Erykah himself that he'd been feeling attacked spiritually. He even reached out to her for help and protection, especially right after Angie Stone's sudden and mysterious death. So now everyone's wondering, did D'Angelo see this coming? Did he sense that whatever energy took Angie was coming for him next? Because the timing feels way too strange to ignore. When his family finally broke their silence, they dropped this emotional statement. The shining star of our family has dimmed his light for us in this life.
And if I never get it, at least you heard it from me, because I don't know what they might do to keep from paying me all the money they owe me. Attack. I knew it was a spiritual attack on me. However, I was treated and God healed me, cleared up.
The official statement from D'Angelo's family broke hearts everywhere. It read, "After a prolonged and courageous battle with cancer, we are heartbroken to announce that Michael D'Angelo Archer has been called home, departing this life today, October 14th, 2025. Though we're saddened that he can now only live through our memories, we're forever grateful for the legacy of music he's left behind." They also asked for privacy during this painful time, while encouraging fans to celebrate the gift of his music. But not everyone was buying it. The moment that post went up, the internet exploded with comments accusing the family of hiding the real story. People were calling out how suspicious it was that D'Angelo's death came just 4 months after Angie Stone's mysterious passing. Fans couldn't ignore that eerie timing. And if you've been keeping up, you already know Angie's own death had folks whispering heavy stuff. People said she didn't just pass, she was taken out. Now, the idea that D'Angelo might have suffered the same fate has fans losing their minds online. Angie's death still gives people chills. She was reportedly killed in a suspicious car crash, just days after she went online and accused major label executives of stealing millions from her, and even worse, of using voodoo to keep her quiet. Angie wasn't just mad, she was furious, calling them out by name and threatening to drag them to court with receipts. From what fans saw, she had real evidence backing up her claims: missing money, shady contracts, and weird coincidences around her finances. But then, out of nowhere, she's gone, just days after spilling everything online. That's way too convenient, right? What makes it all creepier is that Angie knew something wasn't right. She told people straight up that she felt she was under a spiritual attack, not just her, but her whole family too. And before her death, she even warned her fans to keep their eyes on a certain group if anything ever happened to her. Like, who says something like that unless they already know danger's coming? It's no wonder people are side-eyeing this whole situation, because if Angie was speaking the truth, then her accident might have been anything but accidental. She clearly knew something was coming. That's exactly why she said what she said. And sure enough, just days later, tragedy struck. Around 4 a.m., while driving home from a show, Angie got into a deadly car accident that left fans completely stunned. But here's where it gets chilling. People online swear this wasn't just some random crash, because when it comes to these dark Hollywood circles, once they sense you're about to start talking, they don't hesitate to silence you. Angie had been performing non-stop, keeping her name alive. But the minute she started questioning her missing money, everything changed. She's gone. Just like that. It's like they don't even bother to hide it anymore. Reports say her car flipped several times, leaving her and part of her crew badly hurt. But here's the part that's got everyone suspicious. Angie didn't die right away. Witnesses claim she was trying to crawl out of the wreck when a mysterious truck appeared out of nowhere and smashed her car again. That second hit was what actually took her life. Now tell me that doesn't sound staged. It's giving straight-up movie scene energy, like one of those crime thrillers where the hitmen wait until their target starts moving, then swoop in to make sure the job's done. I'm just saying, something about Angie's death will never sit right. Because out of the 8 people riding in that car, she was the only one who didn't make it. That's not just bad luck, that's suspicious. Fans still believe it was a setup, plain and simple, especially since Angie herself predicted it was coming. Now here's where things take an even darker turn. After Angie warned everyone that the industry might silence her before she could spill what she knew, it's rumored she went straight to D'Angelo to give him the names of the people she believed were coming for her. And get this, they had a messy history, but they'd made peace for the sake of their son, so it actually makes sense that she'd trust him with something that serious. People say whatever she told him was so disturbing, it left D'Angelo completely on edge. He allegedly started feeling like they'd come for him next, especially after Angie's sudden accident. That's when he supposedly ran to Erykah Badu, asking her for spiritual protection and help to keep those dark energies away. Sadly, whatever spiritual protection Erykah tried to give D'Angelo clearly wasn't enough. Sources say she's been taking the news of his passing hard, even blaming herself for not being able to shield him from whatever dark energy was lurking around. And what really stings is that Erykah and D'Angelo weren't just friends. They had history. Back in the day, the two shared a deep connection that fans swore went beyond music. Around the same time D'Angelo was with Angie, he and Erykah dropped Your Precious Love, and the chemistry was undeniable. People were shipping them like crazy, and they didn't exactly shut the rumors down either. They never said they were dating, but they never denied it, so fans just knew something was there. Now, Erykah's devastated, feeling like she failed someone she might have truly cared for on a spiritual level. But here's the chilling part. If these rumors about dark forces taking out people connected to Angie and D'Angelo are true, then Erykah might need to watch her back too. Because once you start speaking out or helping someone touched by that kind of energy, you can easily end up next. Even D'Angelo and Angie's son, Michael Archer Jr., broke his silence, saying he's heartbroken to lose both parents within just 4. Michael Jr.'s message tore everyone apart. He said he still can't process how both his parents are gone. First his mom, now his dad, within months of each other. Fans flooded his page with love, but also questions, because the timing feels way too calculated. Some even said this might not just be a coincidence, but a message to anyone else thinking about speaking out like Angie did. And here's where things get even deeper. Right before his passing, D'Angelo was reportedly working on new music that was supposed to expose industry demons. He'd been telling close friends that his next album would be his realest one yet, filled with raw truths about what really happens behind closed doors. But the project mysteriously vanished after his death. No one knows where the masters went. People are saying it's just like when other artists tried to go against the system and their work disappeared overnight. So now fans are demanding that Erykah or Michael Jr. release whatever songs D'Angelo was working on, because if what he recorded before his death really connects back to Angie's warnings, it could blow the lid off Hollywood. Michael Jr. said, "It's been a really rough and sad year for me, but one thing both my parents taught me was to be strong." Man, that line broke everyone. You can just feel the pain in his words. Imagine losing your mom in a mysterious car crash right after she went online saying her life was in danger, and then losing your dad months later, right after he reportedly went looking for spiritual protection because he thought he was next. That's too much for anyone to carry. Fans have been showing massive love, flooding social media with support. One person said, "Losing both parents in the same year is wild, OMG." Another wrote, "This is so sad. No parents left. I hope their son stays strong and has real people around him." The entire internet's been mourning with him, but also side-eyeing how all this went down, because the pattern here is just too eerie to ignore. So now I gotta ask, what do you think really happened? Was D'Angelo truly fighting cancer, or was there something darker going on behind closed doors? And do you believe he really turned to Erykah for spiritual protection before everything ended? Drop your thoughts below, because this one has the whole internet talking. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and drop your comments below, and I'll see you on the next one.